Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and I'm telling you, I am so really deeply happy and excited to be sitting opposite Conan for a conversation. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, oh boy, that's
true.
Well, I can't handle that. And you know why I can't handle that? Because when I was a young lad, my dad took me to a movie theater that was showing sort of a revival house. It was Coolidge Corner in Brookline, Massachusetts.
Brookline,
Mass. And I went there and I saw Cat Ballou.
Oh.
And fell in love with you.
Oh, good.
Fell completely head over heels in love with you.
Oh, I like that.
And then, well, then it just then I think I didn't see.
Let's just stop there. It doesn't get better than that.
Well, it does, because then I know this isn't chronological, but I was seeing these films a little later on. I saw Barefoot in the Park, and I remembered thinking, that's who I want to marry. I want to marry Jane Fonda, because I saw you as this newlywed in Barefoot in the Park, and I just...
Are you about to propose?
Yes. Yes, I am. I have a ring. I've talked it over with my wife. And by the way, my wife, if I called her up and I said, I'm leaving you for another woman, and it's Jane Fonda, she would say, go for it. Because she adores you as well. So,
and I could become one of those women who has a husband that could be her son.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
No, you could be my son.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
That's cool. I think that's cool.
Take
Cher's
whatever
doing
you can
it.
get.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure I'll disappoint you in many ways, but let's not even get into that.
I love tall men.
Oh.
And, and I didn't really realize for a long time how tall you are. How tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Oh, God, it's beautiful.
This is happening.
This is happening right now.
Yes. Wow.
Someone sent out for some wine.
Prime time.
Eduardo, get some wine in here.
Prosecco.
Something.
You got it.
Oh, my God. I'm just in heaven, but I don't know.
Can I say,
yeah.
I am so happy for you that you are doing this podcast and not having to do a show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's liberating.
It is.
It gives you a life. You don't have to worry about hair. It's great. No, it's...
I almost didn't bring my wig in today. I almost didn't do it. It's funny you say that, because you came on the late night show one time and you were terrific. It's 2014. But we couldn't talk like this.
No.
There's a band and there's an audience, and I loved doing that. And I did it for almost 30 years. But what I've loved about this is I knew that you were coming in, and I was excited because I thought there's so much we can talk about, and in an intimate environment. And I think if I had told you how much I loved you and wanted to marry you as a child in front of an audience, someone's going to intervene. Someone's going to step in the way and say, but here, no one, right?
We should have.
You should have. You should have stopped me.
We should have.
But thank you. I'm honored that you felt that way.
Feel that way. But there's so much to talk about. I was mentioning to you just as you walked in, I used to live on a street called Tigertail. And there was an older gentleman that lived on Tigertail when I first moved there about, I want to say 12 years ago. And this old gentleman said, when I first moved to Tigertail, I used to see, Jane Fonda riding up this road on a horse on her way back from school. And I thought, poor old man, he's lost his mind.
No, I used to ride a horse to school. It wasn't my horse. It was the school's horse.
Oh.
Was it painted yellow?
And they
had a little stop sign that came out every time it stopped.
They would loan it out to a few of us who were good riders.
Wow.
So you would ride home, and this is here in Los Angeles on the west side.
I'd ride down Tigertail Road, down Kenter to San Vicente, and what is now that centerpiece that has those huge coral trees.
Yes, yeah.
That was the trolley tracks.
That's right.
And it was also a bridle path. And I could ride that down to school, which was on the corner of San Vicente and 26th Street.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
So you were basically growing up in Los Angeles, but it could have been 1855, the way you were getting to school.
Yeah. If you didn't pay attention to the cars that were coming and going. But,
Oh, right. Those cars.
But,
yes.
No, but Conan, it's wonderful to have been alive in the late 30s and 40s. Mm-hmm. The world had only 2 billion people, And that affected every nook and cranny of life. Mm-hmm. There were more birds. Mm-hmm. There were more empty spaces that a boy or a girl could explore and play in. I mean, we lived at the end of a dirt road at that time. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many houses where we used to live now, I can't even hardly find it. But where you live mm-hmm. is a canyon in front of the 9 acres where we had a farmhouse.
That's unbelievable. You had 9 acres up there, and now it's all been developed.
There's about 20 houses on that piece of property. I can't even, as we talked about before the show started, it's the first house that you live in is the one in your dreams, mm-hmm. right? That house, that land at the top of a hill overlooking the Pacific Ocean during the Second World War, when we used to have, well, no, you don't remember. It was the Second World War had started and mm-hmm. there were blackouts and we had to, hide under tables during air raid drills and things like that. And so that's very much in my dream.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, because
and now I can't find it.
Well, I will find out where the house was, and my promise to you is I will find a way to buy all those homes, raise them to the ground, and I will restore your ranch.
And this is where the two of you will live.
And we're going to get married. Actually, no,
yes,
I don't want to get married again. See, my dad was married 5 times. I've only been married 3 times, mm-hmm. and I don't want to add to that. So we'll live in sin.
This is the greatest day of my life. This is the best day I've ever had in my life. Yeah. I'm so delighted.
Jane Fonda can be your side piece, so you could still be married to Liza. Okay. All right, never mind.
Call Liza. You deal with it.
Oh man,
Sona, you're my assistant. You deal with it.
I'll call Liza.
You'll call Liza.
I'm going out on a limb here. I assume that you're married and Liza is your wife?
Yes, you are. Okay. Yeah, you're going way out on a limb. But 21 years we've been married. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I won't call her. Maybe we could do a threesome.
Oh, God!
He's short-circuiting.
Non-sexual threesome.
Wait, why non-sexual? What's happening?
He's short-circuiting.
I'm blacking out. I can't handle this anymore. I just can't handle it anymore.
Sure you can.
Okay.
Oh,
okay, yes, I can.